Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Steph Tanner and I'm joined by my new broadcast host, Hannah.
Thanks, Steph. Yes, I am Hannah and I know I'm fabulous, but the only reason why we're here today is to listen to the results of Wrestlemania 39.
That's right, Wrestlemania 39 goes ahead tomorrow night at the Sci-Fi Stadium or whatever it's called in LA. But also, before we get to that, we've got our very own Section 4 Wrestling's Hall of Fame inductees 2023.
Now, I'm looking forward to hearing about the Hall of Fame, but first of all, we are going to hear about the predictions. Please take a seat. Are you ready?
Okay, we're ready?
You ready?
Let's go. Let's do this.
So, back in the early 90s, I became a big fan of wrestling and I went away for a bit, came back in the late 90s. I was watching people like Kurt Angle, The Rock, Austin. Going back about 6 or 7 years ago, myself and two of my friends, we used to do our own little prediction tournament at every single pay-per-view. And I thought, why not turn what we do into a YouTube channel? I want to compete with some of the best. I want to be up there with Sean Ross Sapp, Dave Meltzer, Cultaholic, going in Raw. I want to do what they're all doing because I have a real passion for what I do. For the past 2 years, I've been doing predictions and I want to take predictions further.
And how will you do this?
By starting my own predictions against other people. So I want anybody to challenge me, whether it be Sean Ross Sapp, Dave Meltzer, Cultaholic, Going in Raw, What Culture, even the fans. I'm willing to take on anybody.
What will they be challenging for?
So the idea is people will challenge me each month at every pay-per-view for the Section 4 Predictions World Heavyweight Championship. There will be punishments. Every single month will have a different punishment for the loser, where the winner will get that title belt. The punishments will be decided by the people of Twitter. They can join us at Section 4 Wrestling only on Twitter. And each month we'll run a poll. There'll be 3 punishments and the winning one will be performed at the next pay-per-view by the loser.
So that was great. Some really interesting stuff going forward for the channel.
Yes, that's right. But talking of predictions, as we don't know yet which matches are going to be on which card for night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania, we're just going to do them all together. And here are the first quarter of this year WrestleMania's predictions.
The first match tonight for WrestleMania 39 will be for the United States Championship, where Austin Theory will take on returning John Cena. If John Cena doesn't win, we will riot. But of course, that little gobshite Austin Theory will probably win.
Next up, 6-woman tag team action as Damage Control take on the unlikely team of Trish Stratus and the tag team champions Becky Lynch and Lita. Whoever wins this match will look great afterwards. However, I do think we're going to see a heel turn from one Trish Stratus as she helps Damage Control beat the women's tag team champions.
And now, the Undisputed Tag Team Championship. The champions Usos take on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But Sami Zayn couldn't beat the Bloodline at the Elimination Chamber. And I'm very much doubt that he will do it here at WrestleMania. That's why we have gone for the Usos.
So then, what do you guys think is going to happen at this year's WrestleMania? Why not leave a comment in the section below? And while you're at it, give us a subscribe and a like.
Stay tuned. First of all, we're going to go over to see our sponsors.
Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back, guys. Parrot, parrot, parrot's eyes. Parrot, parrot, parrot's eyes. Parrot, parrot, parrot's eyes. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to predictions for WrestleMania 39.
Next up we have the Hall of Fame. Something that Section 4 Wrestling do every single year. From wrestlers past and present. Let's go.
When you look at gimmicks over the history of the WWE, there are so many great characters that come to mind, such as the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase or Mick Foley's Mankind, or even fast forward to recent years with The Fiend Bray Wyatt. But there is only one name that comes to mind when we think of a person who has outshone and outlived all the formers we have mentioned. This Hall of Fame inductee has always worked the gimmick both on and off screen. It is none other than The Undertaker. With a career spanning over 4 decades and a WrestleMania winning streak of 21-0, it's no wonder he was voted, by you, as this year's best gimmick. There was a time when a women's match in any WWE show was considered a toilet break match. That was until the women's revolution begun, and the door from NXT to main roster was opened, allowing many new faces to showcase their excellence in the ring. As for the men, this was also the case for the women. If it wasn't for NXT, we might not have megastars such as Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. And if you was to ask 100 people who are the Mount Rushmore of the women's NXT roster, the majority of people would say Sasha Banks, Bayley, Becky Lynch. And this year's Hall of Fame inductee Charlotte Flair, the daughter of Ric Flair, is one of the most decorated superstars in the women's and the men's divisions. During her 10-plus year career in WWE, she has achieved many accolades, such as being a 14-time world champion, a triple-time crown champion, Royal Rumble, Mitt winner, plus so much more. In this day and age, it's hard to find a tag team that isn't a couple of random dudes put together and given a silly name. A truly great tag team stay together for a long time and build a legacy of matches and title reigns that will be spoken about for a very long time. So that's why you chose the Hardy Boys. Matt and Jeff Hardy officially signed to WWE in 1997. Both Matt and Jeff had successful careers as solo competitors, where they would make world title statuses. But as a tag team they would succeed as one of the best of all time, being the only tag team to win tag gold in WWE, WCW, TNA and Ring of Honor. The Rock, Hulk Hogan, John Cena, the list goes on when we talk about the greatest to lacing up a pair of boots. Mic skills and promo skills can be taught to anybody, but a natural wrestling ability can only come true to a few good men. And one person who has such ability is the Olympic hero Kurt Angle. His first stint in WWE lasted only 7 years, but the only Olympic gold medalist in WWE won the Tag Team, European, Intercontinental, Hardcore and WWE Championship all in his first year of being in the company. Oh, and did I mention he won the gold medal with a broken freaking neck? The Hall of Shame title is given to one person who puts shame on the WWE umbrella. And after the year we've just had, we thought there is no name bigger for this category than the former CEO Mr. Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Yes, that's right. After a number of lawsuits involving shareholders, sexual abuse victims and sponsorships, the 77-year-old billionaire has to be the biggest piece of shit in the entire WWE. Vinnie Mac for many years has had no control over the product he once owned. In 2020 he started a string of major talent releases which illegally lost trust in the eyes of the fans. Please don't come back.
What a great Hall of Fame that was. Was there anybody there that you expected to see there that wasn't?
I think maybe Ric Flair. I think maybe Ric Flair should have made that Hall of Shame list. Remember what he did on that airplane that time?
Let's not talk about that. But let's go over now to Section 4's predictions.
WrestleMania is 2 nights. And we also have 2 WrestleMania showcase matches. The first one is the women's. where 4 tag teams will go in a fatal 4-way, where the winner will win. Well, who knows? The teams are Schultzy and Natalia taking on Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, taking on Liv Morgan, Raquel Gonzalez, and the final team, Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. To be fair, I don't really care who wins this match, as long as it's Ronda and Shayna. I'm sure down the line these two will get a tag team title shot, and hopefully it will be soon.
Seth Rollins takes on the YouTube sensation Logan Paul. Both of these athletes are in their prime for this match. But unfortunately, Logan Paul hasn't got the experience like Seth freaking Rollins. And that's why we are going for Rollins for the win.
And now it's time for your main event for Wrestlemania 39 Night 1, where we see the champion Charlotte Flair taking on the Royal Rumble winner Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Now this match has been 3 years in the making, 3 years at WrestleMania when there were no crowds in attendance from the Performance Center. Rhea Ripley lost her NXT Women's Championship to that year's Royal Rumble winner Charlotte Flair. Well, I think this time the tables are going to turn, and possibly we'll see Rhea Ripley win that title and go on a bit of a face run.
So there we have it. There's all our predictions for night 1.
Some good predictions there, Hannah. And that leaves me to say I've been Steph Tanner.
And I've been Hannah.
And hey, enjoy WrestleMania 39.
Don't forget, it goes Hollywood, baby.
Woo!